Hey guys, what it is yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the drama like prison wife. I'm the legally. I hate that beat, but it always happens in my video. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping, because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before all face to bleed. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I am coming through today, November the 10th, 2025. Y'all know I know the dates by what's due. And definitely I do have a couple things due today. I hate when bills land on the same day. Let alone your paycheck. It's every other day something due. But in the same day, girl, So it's Monday. So I have to pay these bills. I'm literally going to be broke. And I have to get through another like 4 or 5 days before I get paid. And then be broke from that paycheck. Like, girl, it's so hard. This is so disheartening. And then the fact that I do work. I definitely try to pull myself up by my bootstraps. I do everything that I can to try to take care of everything from here in between and still end up lacking. Girl, it makes you not even really want to work, to be honest. Because you're like, dang, I've worked so much in my life that what do I have? You start taking it when you get older. So when you're young, you literally don't even mind working. Because one, it gets you out the house. You have this ambition that once you reach a certain point, which you don't have the knowing that they keep obstructing you from reaching that point. This alleged society, just and fair society, keeps basically thwarting success from you, obstructing it from you, not allowing you to get your footing. Whenever you make some footing, some gaining, some steps, something thrusts you far back beyond where you just were. So that you never quite ever just have enough to get off this work shift. Because let's face it, the work shift was meant for you to work, save, and get ahead. That's what we have in our minds for this whole purpose in working. Not to work, not to put out everything that you gain, right? You get paid and every dime is accounted for. It actually calls for more money than you have. So you're in the negative each paycheck. And then you're using credit cards, which credit cards are really just a big trap. I have been attempting to pay a credit card from when my daughter, who is 24 years old, was like 12. I have not paid that card off yet. And the minimum amount is so high, $150 for the minimum. I may never pay that card off. So that debt is going to stay attached to me for a very long time. Not the only credit card I have either. I've had to start relying on credit cards to pay light bills. Lights are off the chain high. Gas, sometimes food, and in the moment you gotta eat, you gotta pay the light bill, and you're like, okay, this is all I have is this amount, not knowing that you'll never allegedly be able to pay that amount off. So I don't know, it's just a vicious cycle that was intended. This is quite purposeful. But when you're younger, you do not realize that this is the perpetual cycle that is basically intended for you when you come of age so that you never reach your fullest potential, allegedly. It's all planned out for you to fail, allegedly. And then is validated by when you do fail, if you do, because there are many that end up making it through. There are some. So they can't close everyone off from making it. But if they close enough off, that causes a divide between those who made it and those who didn't. And those that made it start thinking that they made it on their own merits and that if they did it, you can too. It's so aggravating. So I just start taking on the mindset that I don't even care to work. I mean, I am working because I got to. I got to work to live and live to work. Hustle hard until it hurts. Work my fingers all the way down to the bone. And once I pay my bills, got nothing to come home with. But I really thought at 44, this would not be my life, my reality, because I worked so hard. But it's my life. It's definitely my reality. And it's looking like it's going to be this way for a while. Right? But I'm just thinking how now I'm starting to hear others complain. Like they say, I'm just complaining. Just stop being lazy. Just, But I'm starting to hear others complain about the same things, right? But when I was allegedly complaining about this, people just thwarted insults toward me. I'm not lazy. I've never been able to be lazy. I don't even have the luxury to be lazy. I don't even have the luxury to take a break, to take a vacation. You know how my vacations are? I never truly, except for last year, I did take a vacation. I never get to go on vacation. What happens is, most times when it is kind of slow at work and they send us home early, our vacation time is put in little by little to where there's really no vacation. Or you might take one day here, one day there, but that's it. So you never really get a vacation. You're just working. But while you're working, time is passing. Time in your life, time with your family. You look around, your children are big, your niece and nephews are big. You don't know when they got big because you were always running off to work. Your face has gotten older. You got all these lines. When did I get these lines there, girl? When did I get all these gray hairs? Like, girl. And then you're still in that same spot. No elevation. No way do I think this is of God. I really don't. I do know that God does want us to work, but he also wants us to be prosperous. He doesn't want us just work in vain. What would be the purpose in that? Nothing that God does is in vain. So why would he want us to work for nothing? Or work to have the things that he already gave us free? He gave us these things free. And somewhere along the line, somebody decided all the free stuff that God gave us, allegedly, you should work your life away to pay for them. Many of the things we used to do on our own, you can't even do these things no more. Humans would basically migrate and move around and build camps and shelters wherever they ended up being. You can't, all of those, there's laws to keep you safe, to stop you from doing that. And you got to pay all these property taxes, and you never truly own. Like, do you think they were paying off their camps forever? Working to pay off their camps? What were they doing? They were conquering lands. They were working in their purposes. They were doing things. They were gathering. They were doing all types of stuff. But they weren't working just to live and living just to work. That sounds like slavery to me. Yep, slavery never ended. It just changed its ways. It was rebranded. Partial slavery is in the injustice system, where prisons is basically mass incarceration, is just basically slavery rebranded. This crazy workhorse thing is just slavery rebranded. So we're more freer slaves than those incarcerated, but baby, we still a slave to this. And if you choose to quit, what is your alternative? Because baby, if I had an alternative, I would quit today. Because I know this ain't getting me nowhere. It's just barely keeping my place right here. So I got a couple of raps that I wrote about this when people thought I was just complaining. And I'm like, dang, how I wrote this so long ago. And now it is literally the way of life now. Y'all heard the first one: work to live, live to work, hustle hard until it hurts, work your fingers all the way down to the bone. And once you pay your bills, ain't got nothing to come home with. It's your girl Cadillac. Struggle is real. Can't hardly make up enough to pay my bills. Every day I'm gonna work, I'm broke still. Know what I'm talking about? This you can feel. This is real. I got big dreams to make them come true. I ain't got the means, but the sparkle in my eyes still gleams. And I keep a close eye on those trying to get me high beam. I hope you're there to see me when I reach them dreams. Know what I mean? It's your girl Cadillac. And this one is way back when I had to leave my daughter crying to go to work, girl. Working with Dixie, KFC, all of this stressing me. Lord, send my blessing, please. When I'ma be debt free. I'm working 9 to 5 on the grind. I ain't even got no time to spend with my family. Oh, this is killing me. Baby girl crying, please mommy don't go stay with me. My reply, baby, I gotta go, can't stay home. It's your girl Cadillac.